Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the first game of the day. This is Mirza Sadman Samit welcoming you all. It's Cup knockout action. Majestic taking on Jadov. The news from the middle is that Jadov have won the flip of the coin and they are having a bowl first. Understandable. We have been having dodgy weather, so there's a high possibility that the bowlers will be able to extract some life out of the conditions. And the best way to do that is to give your bowlers the first use of the conditions. So that's exactly what the skipper of Jadov has decided to do. We're almost ready to kick things off. The umpires are guiding the bowler about something, maybe about the run-up marks and everything. The batters are almost ready as well. And we're going to kick things off pretty quickly. Onoyopu and Abdul Muttalib, the two openers out there for Majestic. And Atikur Rahman Jamil, as usual, will be opening up for H.J. Jadov. The left-handed Onoyopu is getting ready to take the strike. Here's the first ball of the day. Slanting into the pads, the batter misses out, must have taken a little brush. As a result, not signaled as a wide by the umpire. It's a dot ball to kick things off. Nice delivery again by Jamil, but this time the batter stood tall on that one and played it away off the back foot to kick off his innings. The right-handed Muttalib is now getting ready to face up to Atikur Rahman. Oh, yes, dragged it back on. What a start for Atikur Rahman Jamil and H.J. Jadov. The experienced Jamil with a very, very early strike. That's what they would have been hoping for when they won the toss and decided to have a bowl first. They would have been hoping for early strikes, and that's exactly what Jamil has provided them with. A lazy-looking shot that from Abdul Muttalib, was just trying to run it down a third man and kick off his innings. Unfortunately, not to be. He drags it back on. Good delivery from Atikur Rahman Jamil. And that's the first one down for Majestic. Not a Majestic start at all. 1 for 1. Ananto Siddiqui, the new man out there, now the right-handed batter. He'd be hoping to fare a bit better than what the left did. Whipped away nicely, uppishly as well, by Ananto Siddiqui. And there's the first boundary of the day. What an eventful start to this match. Wicket up the third ball, and the fourth ball faced by the new batter is a boundary, a beautifully played whip by Ananto Siddiqui. He's got 111 on his back, and he started off with a boundary. Atikur Rahman Jamil was looking for an away swinger, was looking for the miracle ball, pitching it and off and taking it outside the off stick. No swing on that occasion, and Siddiqui got a freebie to kick off his innings. Oh my gosh, another one almost dragged back onto the sticks. That seems to be the way to go here if you're a bowler. Keep the ball outside the off stick, make the batters chase it, they will drag it back on. Siddiqui survives. An eventful start, one done, 5 for 1. The second over starts. It's Abu Tahir Johnny with the ball in hand, and they started off with the wide. Left arm bowler to left-handed batter on Ayopu. He goes for the cut on that occasion and gets beaten. Abu Tahir Johnny is a very, very experienced campaigner in the swarm of the game. The ball turns back into the pads of Anayopa, and Anayopa nicely plays it away to the onside to rotate the strike. That will bring Ananto Siddiqui on strike for the first time to Abu Tahir Johnny. Ananto Siddiqui kicked off his innings with a boundary. The next ball, he almost dragged it back onto his sticks. Oh, beautifully bowled there by Johnny. Once again, the ball outside the off stick defeats the batter. The batters are really having a hard time playing the balls off the off stick here. There was a straightish delivery, straighter than the previous one, and Siddiqui was able to lay his bet on that one and rotates the strike. So the way to go forward on this pitch, it seems like, is to keep the ball outside the off stick and make the batters chase it. Final ball of this over. Sweep attempted. The batter missed it. The keeper missed a chance of a run out. Oh my gosh. That would have been a run out for sure. That would have been a run out. He survives. There's Onayalpu. It's a big sweep shot attempted. He missed it. The keeper missed it. Then they ran through. Then they wanted to come back for the second. They did complete it, but if a direct hit was executed, that would have been the end of Anayopu. But he survives. And that's the end of the over. That was a wide, but still the over is ended because in LMS, the first wide is a wide. From the second wide, it's counted as a legal delivery, but 3 runs get added to the total. So total 5 runs came from that delivery. 2 overs gone. Majestic a 13 for 1. It's not been an auspicious beginning for Majestic. Over number 3 begins. Atikur Rahman Jamil trying to concentrate on that outside off-stick line that has gotten him success. but it was a bit too wide, and Ananta Siddiqui was not falling for that. Dealing in wides at this point in time. Majestic, that seems to be their best shot. Once again, a straight-edge delivery. Siddiqui was unsure while playing that shot. Will get a single. The batters look tentative, they look fidgety, and the pitch is not really behaving properly for the batters either. It's a good toss to win for AJ Jadhav, and they'll be hoping to take full advantage of that toss win. They've already picked up a wicket. They'll be hoping to add a few more to that tally. Jamil to the lefty. Onai Oppo. Lovely straightish delivery. Takes back in a tad bit. Onai Oppo plays it back to the bowler. Jamil has been extracting some movement. Is very good in his first over. He picked up a wicket as well. Could have easily had the wicket of Ananta Siddiqui as well. And is looking threatening. Is a very, very experienced campaigner is Jamil. It was a bit too wide. Punched away off the back foot nicely by Onai Oppo. No shenanigans on that occasion. You've seen previously that the batters have had a hard time playing the balls outside the off stick. Not on that occasion. You can understand that there must be some dampness in the pitch. We've experienced a fair amount of rain. We've experienced rain today as well. So I'm pretty sure that the batting conditions are going to keep on improving as the day progresses. So that's something Majestic will have to bear in mind, because I'm pretty sure batting conditions will be better when AJ Jadhav come out for the run chase. Once again, outside the off-stick, a floaty delivery, an away swinger. Ananta Siddiqui threw his hands at that one, gets beaten, but that's another wide. Once again, it's the second wide of the over, so it will be counted as a legal delivery, but 3 runs will be added to the total. 1 more ball to go. Jamil wasn't too happy with the call, but that was definitely a wide. Final ball of the third over, another wide. Jamil has really lost his radar in this over. He was trying to concentrate on the outside off-stick line. It was way, way too outside the off-stick. Another productive over, that one, for Majestic. The wides are really helping them. 3 overs gone. Majestic move on to 22 for 1. Abu Tahir Johnny to continue. Stop start. Nice delivery, but nicely played away off the back foot there by Onai Oppo, who looks to be a very, very classy batter. Has a very sound technique. And Majestic will be hoping for a majestic performance from Onai Oppo. Oh, that's a horrendous stroke from Ananta Siddiqui. He just dragged it back onto his sticks. It was a straightest delivery for Abu Tahir Johnny with absolutely no pace on the ball. Siddiqui was trying to play it off the sticks and just lay his bet on that one and running down the third man for a single. It's an inside edge. and it rolled onto the sticks. And I got the feeling that Ananda Siddiqui had the chance to kick the ball away or to use his bat and push the ball away, but he did not do that and just allowed the ball to roll onto the sticks. So there's the second drag on. That seems to be how batters are going to struggle today. Naeem Hosseini is the new man out there. You'll really have to be careful about the drag-on. It was a poor shot from Siddiqui. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful delivery from Abu Tahir Johnny. The batter had absolutely no clue about that one. 2 in a row, Johnny's on a hat trick. Beautifully bowled, Majestic bowling. The ball pitches, turns, keeps a tad bit low. And that's the third wicket down. Majestic are falling apart majestically here. Beautifully flighted delivery. The ball pitched and turned away. It wasn't the turn that got the batter. It was the lack of bounce. Kept low. The dampness is really hurting Majestic batters. And AJ Jadhav are majestically taking advantage of the conditions. 23 for 3. Majestic in absolute tatters here. And they're badly in need of a partnership. The talented Minal Shobhan is out there. On the long term, he'll be hoping to form a partnership with Wanayopu. But first things first, he needs to survive the hat-trick ball. Abu Tahir Johnny on a hat-trick. Can he weave his magic for the third time in a row? Tall, lanky Minal Shobhan facing up to Abu Tahir Johnny. Beautifully bowled, nicely played by Shobhan. No hat-trick. But it's all about AJ Jadhav for the time being. Pushed through delivery, punched away out the back foot by Minal Shobhan. And that's the end of a Majestic over from AJ Jadhav. 4 overs gone. Majestic are struggling. They're 24 for 3. So the captain has understood that The left-arm spin is a very good option. As a result, he has now asked Ishan Bonik to roll his arm over. Normally we see Atikur Rahman Jamil bowl out. That's what we see normally. We see him bowling out right up front, but not today because of the exploits and the heroics of Abu Tahir Jani. The skipper has decided to go ahead and use his other left-arm spinner, Ishan Bonik. Lovely delivery. Nice looking shot from Anayopu, but straight back to the bowler. It's a dot ball. Is that number 4 gone? Anayopu, that's a disastrous dismissal for Majestic. They would have been pinning all their hopes on Anayopu. Anayopu tried to punch it away off the back foot. Gets an outside edge. A juggling act by the keeper, but he has taken it. Majestic are absolutely getting destroyed here. And a magical move by the skipper, Habibi Jewel, to introduce Ishan Bonik into the bowling crease. He has done a job here in only his 3rd delivery. Majestic are 25 for 4. Remember, folks, this is not a test match. This is a 100-ball game. Wrapped on the pad is Raihan Ahmed, but that struck him outside the line of the off stick. As a result, was never going to be given out. But this pitch is playing a lot of tricks here. Ishan Bonik is making the ball spin like a top. Final ball of over number 5 now coming up. Survival is a challenge here. Oh, somehow Manuel Chauvin survives. 5 gone, 26 for 4. Ishan Bonik is screaming at someone for not having a close-in fielder. Well, that's the end of my first stint. What an eventful stint it was. Now I'm going to welcome my partner, Alif, to take over for the next 5 overs. Alif, come over. Control the damage.
Thanks a lot, Sadman. Such a disastrous start for the Majestic. 26 for 4. 27 with that single though. It's Abu Tahir Jani has already picked a couple of wickets. Has been brought on to the attack once more time. Mainul Chauvin and Raihan Ahmed are the batters. They're assigned to control the damage which has been done by the opening batters, and the top order, entire order just got collapsed. AJ Jadhav, the team led by the skipper Habibi Jewel, has done extremely well this time. Here is another one. This one just coming back in with the arm. What a delivery! Pitching on the off stump, then coming back in. The batter just went for the shot and missed it thoroughly. Right. It's raining wickets. We usually say it's raining sixes here at Boshundhara, but today it's raining wickets in the power play. My words. This is the 5th wicket gone, and it's Raihan Ahmed who is departing, scoring just 1. It's 28 for 5. Right, that was a great decision by the skipper Habibi Jewel. As I was mentioning, that the wicket is very much instrumental for the sake of the bowlers, and the bowlers are extracting the full advantage out of it. Very good demonstration of bowling by Ajay Jadhav, and the entire side is looking very much pumped up. It's 28 for 5. Majestic are in all sorts of trouble now. Let's see who comes out to save them from this misery. Sheikh Ghulam Mustafa is the new batter who joins Mainul Shovon. He's also a new batter in the middle. Just faced 5 deliveries, so he cannot also be said as a set batter. Let's see what does Sheikh Ghulam Mustafa does. As there was a little bit of rain in the last night, the behavior of the wicket is favoring the spinners. So that was a very good decision by Habibi Jewel. As my co-commentator Sadman was mentioning in his tenure, the next delivery comes in. Oh, that was also a very good delivery. Well, the best part of Johnny's bowling that he is never shy of giving the ball some air. The flight has been a sort of mystery for the batters of Majestic, and they have given away 3 wickets to Abu Tahir Johnny. Certainly is the pick of the bowlers for Ajay Jadhav. So 6 over gone. It's 29 for 5. Right, the over number 7 begins. Another left-handed spinner. Ehsan Bonik comes and produces a dot delivery. Such a great start for Ajay Jadhav. Sheikh Ghulam Mustafa again struggling, and the best part there, the bowlers are not trying to turn the ball away. They're just producing the simple armored deliveries, and sometimes they're just offering a bit of extra pace, which is quite enough to intimidate the batters. This time, a hint of turn. We can see the smile on the face of Sheikh Ghulam Mustafa. He's absolutely struggling in the middle to face Ehsan Bonik. I reckon these 2 batters, they need to take some time. They need to get settled because, oh, another very good delivery, just dabs it away towards third man and picks up a single. So the first run of this over, Ehsan Bonik has conceded just a single in the previous over, and in this over, just a run so far. So the last ball is coming up. Mainul Shovon will be faced that. Let's see what he does. Another armor delivery. Mainul Shovon just tucks it away and picks up a single. So he will keep the strike for the next over. It's 31 for 5. Oh, another very good delivery. The last over of Abu Tahir Johnny's spell. He absolutely has been fantastic throughout his spell. Picked up 3 important wickets. Just giving away 13 runs. This time outside the off stump. Just a gentle push. And a single for Mainul Shovon. Abu Tahir Johnny. Let's see, can he pick another one? This time coming back and driven away through the covers, but there is a man in the deep. So he will collect the ball and send back to the bowler. Oh, this time turning away. Not a very usual scene. In terms of Abu Tahir Johnny's bowling, we have seen him to bowl the arm ball very often, but this time he's just turning it away. Maybe in the attempt of bamboozling the batter. That was a simple delivery, which has been pushed away towards mid-off, and a single gets picked up. So 8 overs are gone. It's 35 for 5. Ehsan Boni continues his spell. Such a nice figure. 3 for 1. And the best part that how he has bowled so far. With some serious pace. His deliveries were coming back in. The armor runs. And we have seen Sheikh Ghulam Mustafa to struggle against Ehsan Boni. So I reckon it will be a very much interesting fight. Let's see what happens. Here comes the first ball. Another arm delivery. This one kept low. Thought of a run there, Ghulam Mustafa. Right, he is having a little bit of fun game with the wicket keeper. These things are needed when your team is under enormous pressure. You need to find a way for getting out of that. And that is what is being attempted by these two batters, Mainul Shovon and Sheikh Ghulam Mustafa. What they need to do right now is to stick to the wicket. Doesn't really matter how many dot balls are they playing, but they need to stay there. They can't lose a wicket. Another one. That was also a fantastic delivery. Ghulam Mustafa was expecting the ball to come in, but this one just didn't come in. A sharp turn, not that much of sharp, but a hint away. Had a big smile on his face, Ghulam Mustafa. He is absolutely bemused by the behavior of the wicket. So single in the fourth ball of the 9th over. This time, Mainul Shovon, it will be on strike. Just a single conceded from this over by Ehsan Boni, and this will be the last delivery. Oh, again kept low, came back in sharply. Fantastic over comes to an end. It's 36 for 5. Raju Chauhan has been introduced for the attack for the first time, as the spinners are getting a lot of assistance from the wicket. So the decision comes from Habibi Jewel to continue with the spinner. Oh, sharp turn in the very first delivery. Then there was an appeal for the stumping as well. The wicket keeper was lightning fast behind the stumps. Right. I reckon we're heading towards a very low scoring affair. Just 86 in the 10th over of the game. The batters are immensely struggling. Sheikh Ghulam Mustafa still hasn't found a way to play the shots with a lot of comfort. Right. There's a little bit of cat and mouse game between the bowler and the batter. Initially the batter refused to face the ball, and this time the bowler took his full stride. Eventually just didn't deliver the ball. Another sharp turn that has been dubbed away, and I reckon that'll be a boundary as well. Oh no, very good work in the deep by the fielder. Had to cover a lot of ground. Eventually he was able to stop the ball. Nice played by Ghulam Mustafa as well, because he knew the third man fielder was not in the position, so he could score some runs as the balls are turning away. Of this over, Raju Chauhan is trying to spin the ball away from the right-hander. As I was just saying, the same sort of spin, the same sort of shot, and this time a single gets picked up. Mustafa was looking to take a double as well, but the fielder was a bit finer on this occasion. The projected score shows it's 81, which will be a very much low scoring affair in terms of last man stands cricket. The bowlers of Jadhav has been exemplary right from the word go. The amount of pressure they have created on the batters of Majestic. Oh, again sharp turn, very big turn there. And this time a pace was on offer. The batters are not finding any clue that what's happening. Sometimes the balls are coming in, and sometimes these are just turning away. Oh, fantastic delivery! That was the perfect delivery of this over. Pitching in just in the middle stump and turning away. The batter was completely bemused. What an over comes to an end by Chauhan. It's 39.5. And there will be a change in the commentary box as well. My co-commentator Samir Sadman Mirza will take you to the 15th over.
Over number 11 begins. Maidul Islam delivers his first ball. It's a very good delivery. Straightish ball. The ball kept low as well. Ghulam Mustafa somehow managed to get bat on ball, and he keeps out that ball. It's a dot to start things off. It's so difficult for the batters out there. Lovely delivery, but nicely played away by Mustafa as well. Will get a single. Mainul will be now facing up to Maidul. The two batters are trying to tough it out. They're trying to survive. They're trying to build up a partnership. And they're trying to give themselves something to bowl at. That will help. A horrible delivery from Maidul. Nice grab by the keeper. Otherwise, it would have been 5 wides. But thanks to the stop, it's just a wide. It's just 1 run added to the total. Away going delivery nicely opens the face of the bat on that occasion. Does Mainul Shobhan, and he will pick up another single. That's all they're trying to do at this point in time. No shenanigans, nothing. They're just trying to occupy the crease. They're just trying to pick up whatever runs that are on offer and trying to bide their time. That should have been a single. That really should have been a single. Not taken by Mainul Shobhan. Did not respond to his partner, Sheikh Ghulam Mustafa's call. Final ball coming up from Maidul Islam. Quickish delivery. Played away onto the onside by Mustafa. 11 gone, 43 for 5. Over number 12 begins. Ball outside the off stick. Throws his hands at that one. Does Sheikh Ghulam Mustafa. It's a thickish outside edge. You would have been hoping for a boundary, but a very good piece of fielding keeps it down to a couple. Nicely dabbed away on that occasion. And Mustafa was in command of that stroke, and he will get another single. That's all they're trying to do at this point in time. They would be hoping to somehow get up to 100. It would give them some confidence, given the condition of the track. Oh, what a delivery from Raja Chauhan. The ball turned a mile on that occasion and turned away sharply as well. Very good bowling from Raja Chauhan. The ball pitched and turned away sharply. Another outside edge. That's going away quickly. Once again, the third man fielder in business. An easier stuff for him on that occasion. Get a single. Raja Chauhan is really enjoying what he's delivering today. The conditions are extremely helpful for the spinners. The pacers are also getting help when they're bowling wicket to wicket. That's all they need to do. Oh, beautifully bowled by Chauhan. It was up in the air. Sheikh Ghulam Mustafa is giving a puzzled look as to what happened there suddenly. The ball popped up. I've seen the balls keeping low generally today, but on that occasion, that popped back up. 12 gone, 47. Over number 13 now begins an away swinger from Meidel, beating the outside edge of Meinl Shobhon's bat. This has been so challenging for the Majestic batters. They've just not been able to get away. These two batters have spent a fair amount of time out there, 39 balls to be exact. That's a full toss. Played down the ground, only a single. 62 balls have been delivered in this inning so far. These two have taken up 40 of them and have only scored 23 runs. Goes to show how difficult it is. Now the straightish delivery, nicely worked away to the onside by Sheikh Ghulam Mustafa. And brilliantly run as well. They just placed it into a pocket on that occasion and easily picked up a couple of runs. 50 up for Majestic. At one stage it was looking difficult, but these two have somehow managed to get them up to the 50 mark. Now let's see if they can build on it. Flayed away through the offside by Ghulam Mustafa. A good-looking shot. Final ball of over number 13 now coming up. Meinl Shobhon will be hoping to get going. Meidel will have different plans. Not a positive-looking shot, not a confidence-boosting shot, but a single nevertheless. They'll take a 13 gone, 52 for 5. Over number 14 begins. Meinl Shobhon tries to play an extravagant-looking shot. Not much luck, drags it to the onside and will get a single. The ball just squirts away to the onside of the inner half of the bat. A strange-looking sweep shot attempted there by Sheikh Ghulam Mustafa. He was lucky that the ball did not hit his pads. He's looking extremely fidgety out. There's Ghulam Mustafa. Almost after every single shot, he's trying to have a bit of a quarrel with the fielders. When after playing that shot, he was trying to show something. Don't quite know what. He should concentrate on batting, actually, instead of all the shenanigans. And he gets a single. The last 5 overs are approaching, and these two batters will need to get a move on. Meinl Shobhon now back on strike. That's hit away uppishly. Brilliant piece of fielding, but a fumble by the bowler ensures that they're able to sneak through for another run. Couple there. Final ball of over number 14 coming up. That's the most authentic looking shot played by Meinl Shobhon. That should give him some confidence. Final ball of the over. Chips it away to the onside and he'll get another single. 14 gone, 57 for 5. Over number 15 now begins. And it's the skipper, Habibi Jewel, coming on to bowl. Strange looking delivery, punched away off the back foot by Manuel Shobhan, and it will just be a single. They really have to attack him. This is the new bowler. They really need to try and take him down. The overs are running out. Where's the 15th over? They only have 58 on the board. That's dragged away to the onside, and that's the 6th wicket down. So, Sheikh Ghulam Mustafa did listen to me. He did try to take down Habibi Jewel, but Jewel has been a jewel today, and he has picked up a wicket in his second delivery. So you have to say, brilliant decision by the skipper to bring himself on to bowl. The partnership has been broken, no momentum still for Majestic. 58 for 6 now. Mahbub Hassan Mim, the final man out there. And if a wicket goes down now, the other person standing will be the last man standing. That's another beautiful rule of LMS. We play cricket differently over here. Oh, what a delivery for Habibi Jewel. Completely bamboozled the batter. The keeper missed it too. Thinking about the third not on, a couple of byes there for Majestic. Extremely fortunate runs. Could have easily been the end of Manuel Shobhan. Instead, he survives. A beautiful delivery from Habibi Jewel. The ball snuck through the gate. Missed the sticks as well, unfortunately. Final ball of the over. Flays that one away through the offside. Will get a single. 15 done, 62 for 6. And now it's time to welcome Olive back to the commentary box.
Thank you, Sadman. The 16 over is getting underway. It's Maidul Islam with the first ball of the 16th over. And that has been dragged away. That's a boundary in the very first ball of the 16th over. That was off the edge. And the fielder from third man was very much squarer. That he couldn't chase the ball and stop it. Such a welcome boundary for the Majestic. They need boundaries and over boundaries if they want to enhance their score to a respectable total. They have to score as many runs as possible. Right, so there has been a little bit of drawback in the middle, I reckon. The batters have left the pitch. We will get back very soon. It's a windy day out here, even though we are experiencing some sunlight. Anyways, it's Maidul to Mainul. Outside the off stump, driven away through the covers, and picks up a single. Mainul Shovan has been a very much set batter right now, scored 21 from 26, so he need to step out at this point because Majestic, they are not heading towards a very good total now. This time scoops it and gets it fine. Roll it round down to the fence. I reckon it will. No. A fielder intervenes and he eventually stops the ball. In the meantime, a couple of runs have been taken. It's 69 for 6. Mahbub Hassan Meme is the batter. The new batter. Oh, that was an off-cutter. Attempt of playing a shot, even though it was missed by Meme. They're trying to play shots now. Majestic's batters haven't had a great outing today. We have seen the loss of the 5 wickets. Anyways, we will get back to that discussion. It's 70 for 6. So Ahsan Moni comes to deliver his final over. Making a little bit of fine tuning in terms of the field placement. Here comes the first ball. As usually, just keeping it on the channel. The best part of his bowling was we have seen him to turn the ball back as well as turn the ball away from the right-handers. There were no lefties so far in the Majestic batting lineup, but the way Habibi Jewel has maintained his left-arm spinners, that is very much appreciable. This time a little bit of a pitch, but no men inside the 38 circle. Oh, that's an overthrow which will cost an extra run. This is just a little bit of rush of blood from the fielder. They know they're in the upper hand. They're playing well. They're very much pumped up. These things happen out of that sort of excitement. It's 74 for 6. Oh, this time again, coming back in with the arm, and the unique part of Ahsan Moni that he has much pace than the other left-arm spinners of AJ Jadhav. He can offer both turn and the pace, which might be troublesome for the batters to play sometimes. But what a spell he has had. This will be the last ball of his spell. And he has given away 10 runs in 4 overs and picked up a wicket even though the wicket is not that much, but he has demonstrated such a great bowling display. Overdone, it's 76 for 6. So here comes the skipper, Habibi Jewel, with his second over. Steps out. Has he picked up a wicket? No, he hasn't. He picked up the wicket in the previous over. He bowled. The happy captain of the side must be very much pleased with the performance of his bowlers. This time plays it up in the air. Has it got enough distance? No, it hasn't. Just fell short of the fielder at cow corner. The batters of the Majestic are trying to play some shots in the air. Whenever they're getting the balls in the slot, they're just trying to score some runs, and they badly need runs because they have just managed to score 78, and this is the 18th over. So they need boundaries, and as I was just saying, they need boundaries. They have got one. That's off the edge, just wide of the wicket-keeper, and that has run down to the fence for 4 runs. Absolutely fortunate runs for the Majestic, but they will absolutely accept this as a gift. As time comes down the pitch, hits it up high in the air. There should be a man. Will it take some catching? No, it won't. The fielder running from the third man went on to collect the delivery. In the meantime, they have picked up a single, not single, in fact, couple of runs. So 18th over gone, it's 84 for 6. Raju Chauhan comes in to bowl, and immediately he concedes a boundary. He just went back to the back foot to cut it away, got a thick outside edge, and the ball had enough legs to go to the fence for 4 runs. Mahbub Hassan Meme has been playing with a lot of discomfort, but this time he has picked up a boundary. Oh, this time just tries to steer towards third man, but misses it completely. A pitch, but no man inside the ring. This is a very much usual scenario at last man stands cricket, as this is an 80-side game. This time turn on offer, and he immediately pounces on that one. Has it gone all the way? We will have to wait for the confirmation, but the fielder is signaling that's a boundary. Let's see what does the umpire say. Yes, here comes the confirmation. It's a boundary. Such a bold shot from Manuel Chauvin, in fact, begging pardon. The lone fighter for the team, trying his heart out to score some runs and take the scorecard to a respectable one. 19th gone, just one remaining. It's 94 for 6. Maidul Islam will be the bowler for the last over. Jersey number 97. Makes him room and drives it towards long off and picks up a single. Majestic batters, they have had a day to forget. Except Manuel Chauvin, none of the batters could perform well and score some runs on the board. This time off the edge, will run down to third man, and a single should be picked up. But this has been a very much appreciable performance by the bowler of A.J. Jadhav. They have been very much up to the mark. This time he chooses to go straight. I reckon it will be taken. Yes, it's taken. So another wicket falls down. Mahbub Meme tries to go all the way. Doesn't time it properly. So this is the fall of the last wicket. It's 97 for 8. So the target will be A.J. Jadhav will be 98. Let's see what happens. We will be back for the live coverage of the second innings. Till then, stay with us.
So the run chase is about to begin. 98 is the target. Here's the first ball of this innings. Sheikh Ghulam Mustafa to Abu Tahir Jani. And Abu Tahir Jani makes his intentions pretty clear. The first ball he faces, he goes for a slog sweep and he drags it to the onside. It's just a single, but a statement-making single. 98 run target. They can go about in a slow manner, or they can try to be aggressive and try to kill the game right up front. Habibi Jewel, the skipper, is out there with him as well. And Jewel is off the mark as well with that single. Sheikh Ghulam Mustafa, the bowler. He struggled hard with the bat in hand, scored 16 of 28, and Habibi Jewel was the bowler to remove him, so here's an opportunity for him to take revenge. Abu Tahir Jani is just gonna play his shots here, and he is connected beautifully in the allegation. He understands that the calculations are in his favor. Left armer turning the ball into his pads, and he can leverage the onside market, and that's exactly what he has done. Pushed away to the offside, and that's the end of the first over. A very good start this for AJ Jadab, 7 for none after 1. Beautiful away swinger from Naeem Hussaini. Naeem Hussaini scored a golden duck today, so he has a lot to make up for with the ball in hand. It's a good start, a beautiful away swinger. And one thing's for sure, Abu Tahir Jani is going to be throwing his hands at everything. And another one, beautiful delivery. Very good start this from Naeem Hussaini. Straightish delivery, not much swing on that occasion, and Johnny is able to play it away to the onside and pick up a single. The skipper, Habibi Jewel, will be facing up to Naeem Hussaini for the first time. Let's see what Naeem has to offer against the right-handed batsman. Beautiful delivery, the ball comes back in sharply. Jewel tries to whip it away to the onside. Gets beaten. Good piece of bowling from Naeem Hussaini. It's been a fine over this far. Well bowled again. A fantastic over, that one from Naeem Hussaini. Just a single from that over. It was a probing over, a testing over. 2 overs done. AJ Jadab 8 for none. Raihan Ahmed is now coming on to ball. Tossed up delivery. That's a better option here because you do not want Abu Tahir Jani to be able to easily access the onside. So it's a better option to deploy a bowler who will be turning the ball away from Abu Tahir Jani instead of turning it back into him. It's a bit of a surprise to see a left arm starting off proceedings against the dangerous Abu Tahir Jani. Cut away nicely by Habibi Jewel. And that's poor piece of fielding, and that's got away for a boundary. When you're defending just 98, you just cannot afford to commit mistakes like that. That is absolutely horrendous. And I feel that's almost a sin right there, almost a crime when you're defending such a low total. It was a poor delivery from Raihan Ahmed, floated outside the off stick. Jewel just cut it away nicely, but that should have been just a couple, not a boundary. A forceful shot on that occasion, a punch off the back foot, and will get a single. Two more balls to go in the over. Flighted delivery. Cut away nicely again by Abu Tahir Jani off the sticks, but once again is not being able to access his favorite onside. So Raihan has been good to Abu Tahir Jani. Unfortunately, he conceded a boundary to Habibi Jewel. Wasn't really entirely his fault. Was very sloppy in the field. Pushed away to the offside. This is very good again. Seven from that over. 8 from that over. In fact, it's a very productive over for AJ Jadab. After 3, they're moving along very swimmingly. They're 16 for none. Remember, the target is only 98, so they need a further 82 from 85 balls. Over number 4 begins. Naeem Hussaini started off magnificently with the ball in hand. Is going to continue. Just gave away a single. Wrapped on the pads, a huge appeal. Probably a little too much swing on that occasion, and that would have taken the ball away from the leg sticks. As a result, the umpire decided to rule it in favor of the batter. Another fine in-swinger from Naeem Hussaini. And now he has his man. A poor shot there from Habibi Jewel. You know that the bowler has your number. You know that the bowler is extracting help from the surface, is getting swing, is getting movement. There is absolutely no need for him to go for such an extravagant shot. And he was really, really grumpy with himself, having played that shot and having lost his sticks. So Naeem Hussaini really deserved that wicket, and he gets it. First blood here for Majestic. 3.2 gone. AJ Jadab are 16 for 1. They've lost the skipper for 7. Atiq Rahman Jamil is the new man out there, normally an opener, who's been given the job of being the number 3 man. Today, he opened the innings with the ball in hand, normally does it with the bat in hand as well, but Captain Habibi Jewel decided that he's going to have a crack at the opening slot today. Failed, scored 7 of 8. Hosseini was a bit too good for him. And Hosseini will be looking to knock over Tahir as well. And he almost does it, a beautiful away swinger. So this is what Naeem Hosseini has been doing. In swingers to righties and away swingers or out swingers to the lefty. He seems to be a very, very potent exponent of this art, is Naeem Hosseini. Final ball, can he knock over Abu Tahir Johnny? That's been flayed away uppishly through the covers, and that's gone away for a sixer. What a counterpunch from Abu Tahir Johnny. That's what he can do. He will not look elegant, he will not look settled, but out of nowhere, he is going to take you down. A crunchy blow from Abu Tahir Johnny. 4 gone, 23 for 1. Lovely delivery, but nicely played away as well. Mainul Shobhan, the hero with the bat in hand, now has to be the hero with the ball in hand as well. The ball pitches and decks away a tad bit. Atiq Rahman Jamil just softly lays his bat on that one, and he gets off the mark, gets off strike. That's all they need to do. All they need to do is to ensure that do not lose wickets. And singles are on offer. They're always on offer in LMS. Short delivery from Mainul Shobhan. He gets away with that one. Abu Tahir Johnny would be feeling disappointed that he did not take full advantage. Straight-ish delivery, whipped away nicely there by Atiq Rahman Jamil. And he'll get another single. You just have to think that Majestic need to stop these easy singles. It's a knockout game. Does not matter when you lose the game. If you lose the game, you're out of the tournament. So you got to give it your best shot. You got to look to pick up wickets. Mainul Shobhan is your strike man. You got to give him a slip if needed. You got to give him closing fielders. You got to stop the singles. Such a defensive approach will not work. It's a fine delivery. Abu Tahir Johnny gets away with another one. That's how he plays, actually. He's going to ride his luck, but as long as he's out there, he's going to contribute. Once again, gets beaten. Good over from Shobhan. Unsuccessful one and unlucky one. 5 overs gone, 26 for 1 after 5. And for the next 5 overs, we'll be hearing the voice of Alif Tasneem.
Right, the first ball that was off the pads was looking to glance it away. Was there any connection, or was that off the pads? We will have to wait and see for the confirmation. But whatever has happened, right, that was off the pads. The confirmation has come from the umpire. Abu Tahirjani has been come back to the strike. Oh, that is a nice delivery. He's generating some movement in the air as well. That's very good to see with the new ball. That's very much unusual. In the meantime, a single has been picked up, but this has been a very much horrible batting display in this game by Majestic. The way their batters have thrown away the wickets, that was really much painful to see. Again, this one coming back in. Couldn't make adequate contact to flick it away, but nevertheless, they will pick up a single from this one. Runs are coming, and they're not even bothered to score runs in a very quick succession. They know that they're not chasing a very big target. They have enough deliveries to face, so why wouldn't they spend some time in the middle and get set? We have seen in the first innings that Mainul Chauvin has scored some runs after getting set. Oh, that was off the edge, and that'll run down to the fence for 4 runs. Absolutely fortunate runs, but doesn't really matter. As long as they're coming, they will take it as a present. Abu Tahirjani picks up a boundary. It's 33 for 1, but as I was just talking about the batting display of Majestics, they were 27 for 5. Their top order absolutely just got collapsed by the spinners of A.J. Jadhav, and we already have discussed about the assistance from the wicket they got in the first half of the game. And the gentle push towards long off to pick up a single, and that will be the end of the 6th over. It's 34 for 1. Right, Mainul Chauvin comes to bowl his first over. He was a lonely fighter with the bat for his team, scored 40 out of 37 deliveries, batted till the very end, and got out by a double play. One of the most unfortunate ways to get out in this form of cricket. And this is a unique rule of last man stands cricket as well, that couple of batters can be dismissed in a single delivery. The last ball of the first innings that went straight up in the air. The fielder took the catch, but the problem was Shaun was out of his crease, and that's the reason why he was run out. So this is the rule of double play in LMS. There are some different rules like this. For example, over is in a 5 ball, but this time, what a great shot that is! One of the best shots I have ever seen in this day. Fantastically played on the up, driven through the covers. He knew where the gap was and executed the gap with a perfection. Muqtadir Rahman Jamil and Abu Tahir Johnny, these two batters, have been going in great guns. Next delivery, this one comes back in, just tucks it away into the onside, and they'll get a single. It should be absolutely a cakewalk for AJ Jadhav. They're needing 76. It's 59 out of 67 deliveries, so they have more deliveries than the runs scored. This one straight down to the third man. Should be an easy single. With this single, another over is done. It's 41 for 1. Right, with this delivery, the 8th over begins, and that has been pulled away. There's some protection out there in the deep, so it won't be more than a single. This is Rangpur Riders Last Man Stands Dhaka League, powered by TSports, and we're live from a beautiful venue of cricket, Bosundhara Sports Complex. Everyone knows about this venue, I reckon. The biggest sports complex of South Asia will be built, but in the meantime, a boundary has been picked up, and that was absolutely a fortunate one. Off the edge, the fielder was not in the position at third man, and the ball had enough legs to reach the boundary ropes for 4. Nothing is going Majestic's favor. They have had a horrible day with the bat, but right now, their bowlers are also not delivering their best. And I'm also a little bit of skeptic, being pardoned. Oh, that's gone up in the air. That must be taken. Yes, it is taken. Absolutely a soft dismissal. Just a leading edge. Went up in the air for a while. And one of the simplest of the catches for the bowler. Naeem Hussain has picked up his second wicket. And that must be called as a commentator's blessing, Sadman, because when we criticize players and they get out, that is deemed as commentator's curse. And when we criticize them, they do well, what that should be called.
Blessings, I guess. please keep on criticizing them. That's what they would be saying.
Okay, so the AJ Jadhav fans will be absolutely furious on me if I keep criticizing them and they keep taking wickets like this. Let's see what happens. So this is the fall of the second wicket. It's 46 for 2. Has been beaten by the away swinger in the very first ball he faced. Naim Hussain, number 75 on his back, which reminds of the one and only Shakib Al Hasan, the best ever player of Bangladesh. And from that, 75 has been one of the most popular numbers among the Bangladeshis. We will get back to that discussion. 8 overs gone, it's 47 for 2. Raihan Ahmed with his second over. Right arm off spin. A flighted one that was a little bit of a pitch, but as this is LMS, so we don't often see the fielders standing inside the 30th circle, as this is an 8-a-side game. So, except the wicketkeeper and the bowler, we usually see 3 on the offside and 3 on the on. So the batters have that opportunity to play some balls in the air. This time he plays it up in the air. Has it got enough distance? No, it hasn't. Landed straight away into the hands. Another wicket falls down, and it's Abu Tahir Jani, who was in absolutely sublime touch, is departing, scoring 20. And all of a sudden, Majestic, they are back. They're back on the game. Right, that was absolutely without any sort of need. They were in such a good position in this game. AJ Jadhav, they already lost a wicket in the previous over, so that they should have been a little bit more circumspect. But this was a poor shot from Abu Tahir Jani, and lost his wicket. So this is the fall of the third wicket. It's 48 for 3. চার হয়ে গেলে কিন্তু আউট হবে না। So the new batter joins Sanbonik. It's Raju Chauhan, begging pardon, who immediately gets off the mark with a single, which brings Sanbonik into the strike. This one a simple straighter delivery, just nudged away towards sweeper cover and picks up a single. Well, that's what they need to do right now because they've lost a couple of wickets in a very quick succession. Oh, this one turned and loud appeal, vociferous appeal by the bowler, but no response from the umpire. They can't even believe that how this is given as a not out. Everyone is in disbelief on the ground. Right, that was a close call, but I reckon might be drifting down the leg. That was the reason. Anyways, 9th over gone. It's 51 for 3. Single in the first ball of the 10th over. Abdul Muttalib has been introduced for the first time in this game. As the pitch is offering some assistance to the spinners, the skipper decides to bring spinners into the attack. Right, is he an off spinner or a leg spinner? That's the mystery. Sometimes he delivers the ball from the back of the hand and sometimes he's delivering usually, so it's tough to pick, but anyways, that can be picked by the batters by watching his wrist position. Let's have a look. This time this is a leg spinner, absolutely a loosener, and that has been dispatched towards fine leg, and that was a loosener that should have been pulled away. And this is what a pressure does, because when you have lost a couple of wickets in a very, very quick succession, then the batters, they will have immense pressure on them. And when they will get poor deliveries like this, they will be shy to put it away. The call is for a second, and the batters have done it with the perfection. No hesitation to pick up the second one there, as the fine leg fielder was a very much square position. He had to cover a lot of ground to collect the delivery, and in the meantime, the batters have done a very good job of the pads clipped away straight to deep fine leg. Will they run for the second one? No, they don't. So 10th over gone. It's 57 for 3. And there will be a change in the commentary box as well. Samit Sadman Mirza will be joining instead of me.
Onayopo is now coming out to bowl for the first time. A very good delivery, a straightish ball. Deshaun Boning just pushes it down the ground, and he'll pick up an easy single. .40 more needed of 49 deliveries. Wrapped on the pads. Missing leg. Raju Chauhan gets away with that one. Nicely bowled there by Opu. Majestic need to keep on picking up wickets in order to create any sort of pressure on AJ Jadhav. 40 or 48 is the equation, so you can understand that run rate is not going to be an issue in this game. It's all about wickets. Pitched up delivery, beautifully driven away there by Raju Chauhan. And I get the feeling that it's about time we saw some fielders inside the circle as well. AJ Jadhav can do it in singles. They do not need to do anything fancy. They can just push and nudge it around and they will be home in a hurry. Cut away there by Ishan Bonik. Chance of a couple there as the fielder is tumbled. And yes, a couple of runs completed. That will do very nicely for AJ Jadhav. Singles, 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 a couple here, a couple there, boundary here, boundary there. That's all they need to do. A poor ball from Opu. Bad piece of keeping. He misses it 5 wides and just unacceptable at this stage of the game. They had actually created some pressure by picking up 3 wickets, especially when they went bang bang by picking up Atikur Rahman Jamil and Abu Tahir Johnny. But now the pressure has completely been lifted. Just 32 needed of 46. It should really be a cakewalk from here and then for AJ Jadhav. Final ball of the over coming up. Opu. Shortish delivery. Drags it away down to long on does Ishan Bonik. A productive over, that one, for AJ Jadhav. 10 runs coming from that Opu over. 11 gone, 67 for 3. 31 needed, a 45 ball. Flighted delivery should have been stopped by the bowler Abdul Muttalib. Not to be, driven down the ground powerfully for an easy boundary. Ishan Bonik is making light work of this chase now. He races on to 20 from 12 with that boundary. And do not understand why they're letting the game slip away like this. Majestic. Abdul Muttalib dishing out dollies. And the batters are taking full advantage. They were in the game when they removed Abu Tahir Johnny, but this is just poor bowling. Ishan Bonik is playing a fantastic hand here. His presence at the crease has removed any sort of pressure from Jadhav. They are beautifully placed now. They just need 26. Oh my gosh, what was that? I really do not understand what's going on out there. That ball should have been hit out of here. Instead, it was just paddled away for a single. Maybe Abdul Muttalib was trying to buy a wicket here. Elegantly played away again there by Ishan Bonik. Ishan Bonik has looked so good. He's looked the most proficient batter on show today this far. As Ishan Bonik. Oh, now the horrible delivery from Muttalib. Raju Chauhan has headed straight to the fielder again. It will just be a single. A poor over comes to an end. Just going through the motions now. It's almost game, set, and match. Just waiting for the fat lady to start singing. 12 gone. It's 75 for 3. Now the floaty delivery here. It's almost as if Majestic want to end their misery. That's where they're dishing out these looseners and they're begging for the batters to take them apart and finish things off quickly. I really do not know how to explain this approach from Majestic. They were very much on the game when they removed Jamil and Abu Tahir Johnny in quick succession. But ever since that point, it's been way too easy for the batters. Ishan Bonik has looked so good. It's almost like he has been batting on a different track. Just 21 away now from moving on ahead in the competition. AJ and Majestic are in a hurry to get out of the competition. A horrible delivery down the leg side. Keeper misses it. And for some reason, the ball is stopped. It's not going to be 5 wides, but they have trickled around for 3 runs. And that's a wide, so that will be 4 wides. So the end is nigh here. 17 of 38, and with the kind of bowling being dished out, things are not going to last for long. This is very disappointing from Majestic. At 48 for 3, they were definitely in business, but they have really let this game slip away. Nicely flighted ball turns back in. Ishan Bonik just lays his bat down on that one. And picks up an easy couple of runs. 15 more required. There's been a no-show today from Majestic. They did not show up with the bat. Manuel Shobhon somehow got them up to 97, and they have not really shown up with the ball in hand either. Hosseini was the lone fighter with the ball in hand. He bowled magnificently, but he has not found support at all. They have tried this ploy of floating the balls up. It's not really worked at all. Both the batters have really enjoyed this friendly practice game type bowling from Majestic. That's a lovely ball, though, out of nowhere against the run of play. A good delivery. 13 gone. It's 84 for 3. The 14th over begins. Meinl Shobhan starts off with a wide one. They're really helping out the batters here. Majestic. They were horrible with the bat, and they have decided to be horrible with the ball in hand as well. This partnership has been so good for AJ Jadhav. Tapped away to the outside by Ishan Bonik. And that will bring Raju Chauhan back on strike. He's on 12 from 11. Beautifully played away there by Raju Chauhan. Just opened the face of the bat and guides it down to the vacant third man region for a boundary. Minimal risk, maximum reward there for Raju Chauhan. Ace away now from the coveted victory mark. AJ Jadhav have really dominated today. It started out brilliantly for them by winning the toss. They decided to have a bowl first to take advantage of the damp conditions, and they definitely did that. The bowlers were outstanding. Alvatahar Johnny was brilliant, was on a hat-trick at one time. Ishan Bonik was very good as well. The seamers did a decent job. Meinl Shobhan somehow managed to hang in there and accelerated at the end, but 97 was never really going to be enough. Edged for more. Through third man again. It's a good delivery. Just 4 away now. Raju Chauhan picking up his second boundary of the over. Was not in command at all on that occasion. Was a diving effort by the wicketkeeper. Unfortunately, that bit of cricket sums up the day for Majestic. It has been a day to forget for them. No magic at all from them. Not with the bat, not with the ball, not in the field either. Nothing has gone their way. And we're just 4 away from packing things up here. Will Raju Chauhan go for glory here? Dabbed away, is that it? No, the fielder intervenes. That could have been the end of the game, not to be. The fielder has stopped it, 3 more to go. 3 more runs to go, 14 gone, it's 95 for 3. Here we go. Lupi Motalev is on. And, Bangladesh and Afghanistan are playing a test match, right? So Raju Chauhan maybe remembered that. And he plays a test match stroke there. Copybook defensive stroke. Oh my gosh. There was nothing copybook about that leg spin. Abdul Motalev, my son, take a suggestion. Do not try to bowl leg spin. You're horrible at it. He did not. He took my suggestion. He did not bowl a leggy on that occasion. An offie. And he'll get a single with Raju Chauhan. So 1 more run to go here.
If he listens to you, then he's going to... Well, Sadman, if he listens to you, then he's going to come right to the commentary box to beat you.
Another floaty delivery. Another easy single. And that's it. AJ Jadhav have completed a walk in the park here, and they are through to the next round of the competition. Majestic have been thrashed today by AJ Jadhav. It all started when Habibi Jewel, on the flip of the coin, decided to have a bowl first. The conditions were damp, and there was a lot of help out there for the bowlers. AJ Jadhav bowlers extracted that magnificently, and the target was only 98. It could have been even less, but Mainul Shobhan made sure that they got up to 97, but then again 98 was never ever gonna be enough, because with the sun baking down, conditions improved, it got easier for the batters, and to be honest, Majestic were pretty horrible with the ball in hand as well. A comprehensive victory for AJ Jadhav to start off today's proceedings. Hopefully the next couple of matches will provide us a bit more thrills and spills. That's it from us for the first game of the day. We'll be back soon with the second one. Stay with us. Take care. Bye.